So right now, there's a lot of talk everywhere about Nnamdi Kanu again. You must have seen it on social media, that trending question. Why do you want to do protest when Nnamdi Kanu's case is still in court? And the hashtag that keeps coming up, number 3, Nnamdi Kanu now. The matter is becoming louder again, and people are asking different questions. Some are saying, let's come out and protest so that the government will hear our voice. Others are saying, no, let the court finish its work first before we go to the streets. If you are watching this right now, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any update. Now, let's talk about what's really happening. Nnamdi Kanu's case has been dragging in court for a long time. He's still facing charges, and the case keeps going back and forth. The court sometimes adjourns, sometimes reassigns the case, and people feel the process is taking too long. His supporters believe he deserves to be released, or at least given fair and speedy justice. Some say his health is not perfect, and that the system should show compassion. Others feel the case is too political, and that's why it's taking time. Now, on the other hand, the government is saying the matter is still before the court. So why are people rushing to protest? They believe protests can cause tension or confusion, especially in times like this when the country already has many issues: security, economy, and so on. Officials say it's better to let the law take its full course instead of taking to the streets. Please, if you are still with me, kindly like this video and subscribe now, because what we are discussing today affects everybody who cares about peace and justice. Many people who support the protests say it's not about fighting or causing problems. They say it's about drawing attention to the slow pace of justice. They feel that if people keep quiet, the case will keep dragging without any real progress. For them, peaceful protest is a way of saying, we are watching, we want fairness, we want transparency. That's why the hashtag number Free Nnamdi Kanu now keeps trending. It's their way of reminding those in power that the world is paying attention. Some human rights activists are also involved. They say protest is part of democracy, that people have the right to express themselves peacefully. They are planning marches in different cities, both in Nigeria and outside the country, to demand justice. They say it's not about violence or breaking the law. It's about raising awareness and showing unity. But not everybody agrees. Some community leaders and opinion leaders say this might not be the right time. They warn that if the protest is not well organized, it can be hijacked by troublemakers. And once that happens, the original message will be lost. They are calling for calm, saying that what matters most now is for the court to do its job properly and for people to support the legal process instead of taking to the streets. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, my friend. When you do that, it helps us to reach more people and continue bringing you these real-time updates. Now, let's look at it from another angle. In every democracy, protest is not a bad thing when done peacefully. Around the world, people protest to express their views, to put pressure on governments, and to remind leaders that the people's voice matters. But, at the same time, protests can only bring good results if they are peaceful, lawful, and well organized. Once it turns into something else, the message gets lost, and people may even suffer because of it. That's why some are advising those who want to protest to do it the right way. They should get permission, follow the law, and make sure the protest remains peaceful from beginning to end. No violence, no angry shouting, no destruction, only calm, organized expression of opinion. That's how democracy works. And please, as you listen, click the like button now and subscribe if you haven't. Your support means a lot to us. Now, let's talk about why some Nigerians are frustrated. Many feel that the justice system moves too slowly. When a case like this stays in court for years, people begin to lose confidence. They start thinking maybe justice will not come. That is one reason this call for protest came up again. People just want answers. They want clarity. They want closure. They are tired of hearing next adjournment date. But then again, there are those who say patience is better. They argue that if the case is truly in court, then let the court finish the job. They believe protests might bring unnecessary tension or make the matter look like it's being forced. These people say, let's watch, let's pray, let's let justice take its full course. If you agree or disagree, I'd like to know what you think. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can join the conversation. Now, there's another part of this gist. Some supporters of Nnamdi Kanu say they are planning not just protests, but also peaceful vigils and awareness walks. They want to make sure that both local and international bodies pay attention to what is happening. Some groups in the diaspora, that is, Nigerians living abroad, are planning solidarity rallies, carrying banners that say, "Justice for Nnamdi Kanu." Meanwhile, inside Nigeria, there are youth groups calling for peace, saying they don't want any form of unrest. They're saying that the right way is through dialogue, through the legal process, and not through confrontation. This mix of opinions is what makes the situation very sensitive. And that's why it's important for everyone watching to understand. It's not a simple black and white issue. There are real emotions, real frustrations, and real hopes involved. People want fairness, but they also want peace. Nobody wants chaos. So, if we really want something positive, it must be done with wisdom and patience. Again, don't forget to like this video right now and subscribe. It helps this channel grow so we can keep updating you with all these important discussions happening in Nigeria today. Now, let's think about something else. When people protest for justice, it often works better when they also support the legal process. That means following court updates, understanding the charges, supporting legal experts, and pushing for accountability inside the justice system. If people combine peaceful protest with serious legal effort, it sends a stronger message. It shows that the movement is responsible and focused. But if it becomes violent or chaotic, the story changes completely. The focus shifts from the message to the mess. That's what nobody wants. So at this point, what can the supporters of Nnamdi Kanu do? They can keep raising awareness in a calm way, keep supporting his legal team, and keep urging the government to handle the matter fairly. They can use media, petitions, and peaceful demonstrations to speak out. But they must always remember that peace is the best path. I'm saying all this because we have seen in the past that when protests turn violent, it causes pain, arrests, and even loss of lives. And at the end of the day, the main issue gets forgotten. So, people must be wise this time. If you must protest, make it peaceful, make it clear, make it focused. Please, take a second and like this video if you haven't yet, and subscribe so we can keep giving you all the updates as this matter continues to develop. Now, this question, why protest when the case is still in court, is a strong question. It's one that divides opinion, because some will say, justice delayed is justice denied, but others will say, the court must finish its job. Both sides have good points. What's needed is balance. In a healthy democracy, citizens can express themselves peacefully without fear, and at the same time, the courts must be allowed to do their work without pressure or bias. That's how a nation grows. So, as this story continues, we should all keep our eyes on how the court proceeds, how the organizers handle their planned protests, and how the authorities respond. The next few weeks will show if both sides can manage the situation with maturity and peace. My people, if you're still watching right now, you're one of the people who care about truth and justice. Please, like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's keep talking about things that matter to Nigeria, but always in a peaceful and respectful way. Because, in the end, every country becomes what its people choose to be. If we choose peace, we'll have peace. If we choose dialogue, we'll get progress. And if we choose wisdom, we'll get justice the right way.